Grab your tea, have a seat, and sip on this. Okay, it's a little hot, so we're gonna wait. The tea is hot today. In today's lesson 107, it's titled Humiliate Yourself. It was actually inspired by a conversation I had with my dear friend Zai, as well as the rap beef that's going on. Kendrick or Drake? We're not here to vote, honestly. In today's lesson, we're gonna discuss a few things. One, I'm gonna define humility for you guys. Two, why you should humiliate yourself in the first place. Because what, Chelsea? I know. And three, we're gonna let go of that perfectionism, and I'm gonna explain with some personal experience and examples of why you should do so. So humiliation can be one of the most potent and transformative pathways to success, to freedom, to creativity, to innovation, to all things. Humiliation is the ultimate pathway to growth, resilience, and change. Now, to define humility, the easiest way to do so is to just equate it to being humble. You are a humble servant. That's why you are here, to serve. Any great leader should have some sort of humility. And I believe in getting there, you have to endure public humiliation. Don't shoot the messenger. It's worked for me for many years. I'm not afraid to follow my ass. Ooh, I fell. Yes, I did, but guess what I did? Got back up again. Come on, somebody. Yeah, you gotta fall on your ass a few times in order to get through into change, growth, and resilience. Humility is actually the positive outcome of humiliation, right? Humility helps to temper and right-size a leader's ego. So a lot of people who are in leadership positions or have like a star power or just supposed to be at the forefront of change, sometimes be feeling themselves. And that doesn't work when you're trying to get across to people. So let's practice humility. Now, humility is tricky. It's hard, it's tough. Because most times if you claim to be humble, you're probably not. I hate to break it to you. Most humble people don't go around being like, yeah, I'm so humble. Like, I'm so humble. Practicing humility is something that has to be done. And I think the easiest way to get through that is to endure public humiliation. And I'm gonna tell you that sometimes the best thing, I was reading this article in Forbes with this guy who wrote a book about essentially public humiliation and why it's so transformative. And one thing that it said was that sometimes the best thing to happen to a leader is to suffer through an embarrassing failure. It's like why people love the underdog story, the athlete or the team that you weren't expecting to win. We love that story because it's like, you're one of us. Someone who's too perfect, it just doesn't seem realistic. It doesn't seem authentic, you know? And I think perfectionism, a lot of creatives that I've worked with, a lot of myself, I've even endured this, is like, we want something to be so perfect, but in reality, that's not reality. You're not gonna always do it right. You're not gonna always get it right, and that's okay. It's okay to mess up. It's also okay to do that publicly and for people to see it. My advice is that you let go of perfectionism. Perfect example, I released a 3-part series called Sexpectations through my production company, Durty Productions. And all 3 of them had their own challenges, but the one that I directed had a huge challenge, which was that the audio was not recording for the first 2 days. I could go and blame and say it was this and say it was that, but the reality is that I didn't do my part to make sure that the audio was recorded, and we lost 2 days of a really amazing performance from my actors. We had to make it work, and people were like, you know, you're still gonna put it out, you're still gonna, yeah, I'm gonna end this story and we're gonna keep it going because this is my vision. And honestly, what came from that was resilience. What came from that was affirmation from the people who really enjoyed it and understood the story and complimented the aesthetic, complimented the visuals. For one, it's like fall on your ass so that you know not to trip over the rock again. You know to check the sound again. You have to do these things so that you can progress. With public humiliation comes progression. Basically, get your reps in. you know, like just keep doing the thing. I read a post the other day that just advised that if you're a filmmaker or a creator, just keep doing the thing. Write the story, plan out your pre-production, get your casting crew, shoot the thing like every week. Just be consistent. And so that's my advice. Get your reps in, because it's not going to be perfect every time, but by the time you really get to the, like, someone entrusts you with the big budget, someone entrusts you with the huge job, you'll be ready for it because you've been doing it. You've been doing it and you're not afraid. Anyways, comment when you learn something. I'll see y'all next Thursday. Sippas.